Hey guys, welcome to creatingtracks.com, and today we're going to take a look at LFO and pitch manipulation inside of Maschine. So I have two loops, and the first loop sounds like this. And here is the second one. Alright, so let's focus on the drum beat for now. So you can always hit shift and mute to choke it if you have something playing. So let's navigate to our LFO tab over here. Make sure you're in your sound tab, and then with these arrows on your machine, you can navigate. Even on your software, you can see we're navigating through all these tabs. So let's navigate to actually voice settings first. And I'm going to change this polyphony to 1. And what that does is, every time I play this note, it's not going to overlap it. It's going to start it from the beginning. So let's navigate to the LFO tab over here. And in your software, you can see all these options that you get. So you can also control them from your machine right here. So we're going to focus on our waveforms type. So we have sine, triangle, rectangle, and all these different kinds. And if you don't know what these waveforms look like, here's an image. So here's your sine wave, square wave, triangle, and sawtooth. And they just have their own way of ascending and descending. So you can see the sine has a little smooth ascend and smooth descend, and square has no ascend or descend. It has maximum value or directly zero value. So it's a pretty hard kind of a sounding waveform, or harsh. And the triangle has a linear, so it doesn't have smooth or harsh. It's just a very linear slope. And then sawtooth has an ascending but no descend. So it goes up and straight to zero. And if it's a flipped sawtooth, it goes up to down and then straight up to down again, and it doesn't go back up smoothly. All right, so we're gonna pick a sine for now, and I'm gonna move this pitch knob and see how it affects my waveform. So check this out. All right, so what's happening is that the LFO is controlling our pitch at this specific speed using a sine waveform. So right now, because of our sine waveform, our pitch is gradually going up and gradually coming down and then gradually going up. So if I increase the speed, here's what it sounds like. So the pitch knob is the intensity of my pitch, and then the speed is how fast it modulates. All right, sweet. So you can double click on these knobs to bring them back to their default value, and you can always go through these waveforms and just experiment with what they sound like. But check out this pan knob over here. So it's affecting our pan position, right? But over here, it says free, and you can move it from your machine. You can move this knob, and you can see it says retrigger and lock. So let's go to retrig. And now you can see that your speed knob has grid values over here instead of being unsynced. So you can change this to your grid, and you also want to make sure that your audio is synced to your main project tempo. So right now I know that my audio is 140 BPM, so I can change the project settings to 140 BPM. And now my speed knob will be synced perfectly with my audio. So check this out. All right, so that's the pitch knob, but over here, the cutoff, if I increase that, nothing's really gonna happen. All right, and that's because in our effects filter tab, which you can navigate to on your machine using these left and right arrows, we can pick a filter using this knob, and then we can increase the cutoff, and check it out. All right, and then we can go back into our LFO tab and then slowly increase this knob to see what it does. So now you're modulating your filter cutoff with your LFO. And if I increase the speed, All right, that sounds really cool. And in your effects filter tab, you also have this drive knob. So if you increase that and then go to your LFO tab and increase this drive knob, you're going to get LFO on your drive only. I think the guitar loop might be better to show this example. So let's see. Okay, so let's go to the voice settings tab and change this to one voice. And now in our effects filter tab, we can pick a filter, so low pass, increase the cutoff, increase the drive, and increase the comp a little bit. And then in our LFO tab, we can modulate all these parameters. So we're going to pick a retrig. We're going to make sure we're in sine. And then let's start modulating the cutoff. So now if I increase the drive over here, so you can see that it's affecting our drive for the filter, and you can also go really extreme on this effect. So keep experimenting with these options. It's always good to go in there and just keep fiddling with all these knobs and seeing what they do. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to our channel for a lot more. And we will see you next time. Peace.